DJJ and CDCR started their realignment project at the end of 2007. I was fortunate or unfortunate enough to sit on the State Juvenile Justice Commission during that time. We did a skeletal piece for every county for this realignment at DJJ. LA County right now is the only county in the state of California that has absolutely no plan. We have 34 armed deputies out of 4,200. Some of these DJJ inmates that are coming back, out of the 631, 40% will come to LA County. We have the biggest mental health system in the world in terms of incarceration, thanks to Governor Ronald Reagan, who did away with mental health. So a lot of the kids, the 18 to 24-year-olds coming out of DJJ have mental health problems. We need continuity of services with mental health to provide psych. We need to figure out where they're going to live because some of them are homeless. So we need to be able to interface with many more places and many more agencies than people can even begin to imagine. I think I can tie every person in this room into it. Because community redevelopment provides halfway houses for a lot of people who don't have any place to live. Thank God for that. Department of Mental Health picks up the mental health piece. Health Services picks up the Medi-Cal. Social Services enrolls them for Medi-Cal food stamps. Even MTA, if you want to go that far, MTA provides transportation. So we're kind of like this cog in the middle of all these agencies, and we got to pull everybody in to take care of this piece. And it's all going to be community-based, and it's all going to be public service agencies. At our level, at a department level right now, the last meeting that we had Friday was, think of it this way. It's the spruce goose, we have no tools, we are the tools. Wow, that's really scary. 15,000 adult inmates will stay in LA County. Multiply that by 2, because as they come out, they will never go back to the correction system. They will stay here. So you're looking at 30,000 low-level offenders who need jobs, we can't find jobs for people with college degrees. How are we going to do this for these people? Thank God probation already has a system out there. We interface with Homeboy Industries. We interface with Victory Outreach. We do with ACE. We work with every community group that we can to pull in resources because there aren't any freebies anymore. So we have to figure out how to manipulate the dollars rather than cut the dollars and make them spendable at a level where they do something instead of just giving them to somebody because. So we evaluate the programs as probation officers, and we see what works and what doesn't. And what doesn't work, we don't use. And we get our people back into the community, we get them working, we get them education, and we have to treat it as a whole piece because it's not just the offender, it's the family. So the family has to be serviced. And if we can't service the family right now, what are we going to do if everything is cut? Well, exactly what they told us to do. We're going to go out and dig like we usually do, and we'll come up with something. In the Antelope Valley, there's absolutely no services. I live there. So what we've begun doing is getting together with our clergy. We've gotten together with the food banks. We're getting together with the community redevelopment, and we're developing programs up there. So it's going to be a difficult transition for all of us. I don't like it. I don't like that the County of Los Angeles threw up their arms at the last budget meeting that was held there and went, wow, we need to do this incrementally. Well, fools, it's been coming since 2007. What did you think was going to happen? They were just going to say, no, LA County, you're too big, we're going to stop? No. So it's been a hide-and-seek game. People want to run from it. The sheriff thinks he can do it. I have a problem with that, not because I'm a probation officer, but because I think the old model of lock them up, throw away the key needs to be gone. It needed to be gone a long time ago. What we need to do is we need to invest. And I can speak from personal experience, and I don't mind saying it in this room. My son-in-law's on felony probation. And if it hadn't been for his probation officer, He wouldn't be looking at job training. They would have never been able to get any kind of public assistance. They were 400% below the poverty level. And if it hadn't been for the PO, when he goes back in May and he's terminated from probation, the felony would not be, they're going to expunge the felony and waive the rest of the cost of probation, and he'll have a job because of probation. So they treated it as a whole load. The whole family had to go. The whole family had to be involved in everything. And that's the piece that's been missing from parole, because when parole goes in, you do A, B, C, and D, that's court ordered. If you don't do it, you go back. It's that simple. So it's going to be a big burden. It's going to be a difficult feat for all of us to do. But I think that we're up to the challenge. I just hope that we can understand how the dollars need to be moved around. And I know everybody has to share the cut. Everybody has to share the pain. But we've already probation, and I don't know if everybody's aware of this, has been the stepchild of the county of Los Angeles for a long time, and we've been sharing the pain for a real long time. So a few more pinches really won't hurt that much, but we'd like to not take it that big.
Thank you, Sue.